everyone, it's Arlene. I'm here to show you how I mount my full sheet of stamps that I purchased from Oxford Impressions. And I like to use Easy Mount Stamp and Store. Well, it's called the Easy Mount Stamp and Store system. But basically what it is, it's a cling mount. It allows you to create cling mount stamps. So just basically using a clear block. Let me just show you really quick how I store my, my stamps. And this is actually a system that's sort of getting out of control. This is just one of those regular 3-ring binders. And then I have this coded as my vintage stamps. But this is one of those extra large 3-ring binders that you can purchase at Walmart or Target or whatever. So what I do is I use these plastic page protectors to put the actual sheet that has the actual images. And when you purchase Oxford Impression stamps, it comes with the sheet already in there. I save that sheet because it's really easy to see what stamps are there. And what I do is I keep that sheet directly across from the stamp set that is of the sheet, if that makes sense. So this plastic cling mount page I purchased from scrapbook.com, and I believe it's also from the Easy Mount storage system. You can buy 5 sheets in a set, I believe. I'm not sure what the price is, I can't remember. But so basically these stamps were unmounted stamps when I purchased them. They were a full sheet, and then I used the Easy Mount sheet to create my cling mount stamps. Okay, so also just sort of sharing, see, and I have this sheet here is the stamp set here, and I actually have some stamps missing because I'm working on a project. And then this sheet here is these stamps here. So that's basically how I store my my stamps. So let me just get this out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put my unmounted stamps onto the cling mount. So basically when you purchase the Easy Mount sheet, it comes with 2 sides. Okay, you need to be very, very careful. This side here on the white side, this is actually what you peel off to stick on your acrylic block. So it's basically, you know, the removable sticky stuff. On the blue and white side, just remember, this is the side that you're actually going to mount your stamps onto. Okay, extra sticky, you guys. The rubber's extra sticky because it's intended to stick really well to your cling mount sheet. Your unmounted stamp sheet, I'm sorry. So, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this out, and I believe this stamp set is like 11 or 8 by, maybe 8 by 10, 8.5 by 11, I can't remember. I think it might be 8 by 10. Doesn't say, but it'll be on their website. So basically I just take that off. Again, I save the sheet that it comes with, and Suzanne always includes an image, which is really cool. So, okay. So basically, save the sheet because this is going to go into the binding system. Okay, so if you can see, the unmounted rubber stamp set sheet will fit perfectly in one Easy Mount mounting system. Okay, so what you want to make sure you do is make sure that the back side is clean. And the cool thing about when you get your stamps from Suzanne, they're always clean. I mean, I don't have to do anything. They're ready to mount and all set to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just set that aside. And what I do is I go ahead and peel off the entire blue and white side. Okay, and be careful because it's extra sticky. It's very, very, very sticky. Okay, so I just take that entire sheet off. Okay, now it's ready to mount. What I like to do is I like to start from one side and then roll it on over, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start from this side and just be very, very careful. Okay, and so what I mean by starting on one side is I like to make sure I don't have any bubbles. Okay. Now I tried, and I don't recommend this, with my very first unmounted sheet, I tried doing this with each individual stamp, like cutting out the image first, like cutting out the image and then putting it on the sheet. I do not recommend doing it that way. This is the easiest way to mount your stamps if you intend to use cling mount. Okay. So then you just go ahead and push down. And it's really extra sticky, guys, so really not much is needed to get that on there. Okay. Now you can buy special scissors, and I'll put the name down there, to cut out your stamps. But if you already have the tonic scissors by Tim Holtz, these are perfect to cut out the stamps. And again, you want to use a non-stick scissors because the sheet is so sticky that if you just use regular, household scissors, it's not gonna work too well, you guys, because you're gonna get stuck. Plus, you need to get really the nose tip, the fine tip scissors, so you can cut around the edges. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting them, and you want to try to cut as close as possible to the edge of the image without cutting through the image, and that's so you don't get funky marks when you stamp your stamps, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out this ruler tape right here. And again, just cut as close as you can to the image. It doesn't have to be perfect at the first pass because you just want to get it disconnected from the entire sheet first, and then you can perfect it later. But if you can, just go ahead and cut it as close as you can. And you want to make a straight cut. You don't want to angle your scissors this way or this way, because then the foam will be crooked, and it will impact the pressure when you push down on your stamp. The pressure won't be even, so you need to make sure you cut in a straight line. Okay, so if you guys see how close I cut there, as close as you can. So there's my cut stamp. Now when I'm ready to, let me go grab an acrylic block. Okay, so here's an acrylic block. So when I am ready to stamp, okay, this is the sticky part, I just basically mount it and I'm ready to go. Okay, so that's how I mount my stamps and store my stamps from Oxford Impressions. Hope this video helps. There's a lot of helpful tips out there on YouTube as well on how to cut unmounted stamps and how to mount them onto the Easy Mount sheets. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.